Hey there, wrestling fans. John Pollock here alongside former WWE official Jimmy Corderas. We are counting down to Lockdown coming up this Sunday night from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. This, Jimmy, was supposed to be TNA's brand new approach to pay-per-view. Was eliminating 8 pay-per-views to make the pay-per-views seem more special, seem more significant. But I gotta say, in the week leading up to Lockdown, I don't sense a big show coming up on Sunday. My excitement level is not really there for this show at this point.
No, I'll agree with you there. It doesn't seem like we're getting that extra build that we anticipated for a major pay-per-view. It almost seems like a regular build up to a regular pay-per-view. It doesn't feel special.
It's headlined by Jeff Hardy defending the TNA title against Bully Ray, and maybe one of the reasons why you don't have that big build-up is because Jeff Hardy just missed a month of television where they went over to the UK. Hardy is not legally allowed to go over to the UK, so you pretty much didn't have your champion to build up this match, and they're doing the mutual respect angle right now. A, do you see a new champion coming out of Lockdown, and B, maybe a turn in Bully Ray's character? Either of those happening?
Well, both of those are definite possibilities. Actually, I'm predicting right now that Bully Ray will emerge as champion, and he will revert back to the old Bully Ray. I think this has been a bit of a ruse that he's pulling on Hulk Hogan and Ms. Hogan, or she Ms. Bully.
Are you trying to allege then that the top guy in the company is going to marry the boss's daughter, turn on him as he is battling through a torn quad?
Absolutely, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
I think it absolutely does. We're also going to see Lethal Lockdown, Team TNA taking on Aces and Eights. When this match was first announced, I thought to myself, this is a great out for them to get out of this Aces and Eights angle, but I really don't see it happening.
No, and I don't see Aces and Eights actually pulling out the win here. They haven't pulled out a win in I don't know when.
Well, they're consistent, Jimmy.
Yeah, at least they're consistent.
You always know what to expect. Kurt Angle takes on Wes Briscoe. I think this is Kurt Angle essentially trying to make a guy in Wes Briscoe, and I think he'll have his working boots on Sunday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the right move to put Wes Briscoe in the ring with someone like a Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle can mentor him through a somewhat decent match. Slow him down when he starts getting a little anxious, because sometimes the adrenaline starts to flow, and then you start to go a little too fast. But Kurt's a cyborg. It's going to be weird because the young guy's going to have to keep up to Kurt Angle.
Yeah, absolutely. We are also going to see a 3-way tag title match as the champions in this one, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, defending against Kazarian and Christopher Daniels and Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero. This could certainly be match of the night, potentially. Yeah,
potentially, but I kind of see this being more of a spot-oriented match as opposed to just one that actually...
A cluster, as they call it.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that, just cluster.
That's it. Yeah. Final note, the Alamo Dome is somewhere the WWF ran way back in January of '97 for a Royal Rumble event. Obviously, this is not going to be set up for 60,000 people in here. What do you think about the choice here to go to the Alamo Dome? Obviously, if they're running it, you would think they got a pretty good deal on it for this giant arena.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, I don't see 60,000 people showing up for this pay-per-view. I think it's going to be pared down to, what did they say, something 4,000 or 5,000. It all depends on how it looks on television. It's the perception is reality theory that, yes, we're in the Alamo Dome, big venue. The way they shoot it, it may look like a lot of people, but still.
Jimmy, I've got a lot of travel plans coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be going to Montreal and then down for WrestleMania weekend. Are there any good books that are available for pre-order right now on Amazon.com that I could read during my travels?
One comes to the forefront right now. I think it's one called The 3 Count, My Life in Stripes as a WWE referee, written by, Jimmy Corderas.
Jimmy Corderas, his own book. So go on Amazon.com right now, pre-order the book. I believe it's going to be excellent. Check it out. And Lockdown is this Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on pay-per-view. Follow him at Jimmy Corderas, at Law Radio, and The Law will be breaking down the show 11 Eastern on TSN Radio right after the pay-per-view.